We're all trying to figure out why Rishi Sunak has has taken back the fine that he was going to impose.
I know. I think that Rishi really does not have the bandwidth at the moment to come across as flaky after the optics of how he got the throne. You know, this is the time where he's supposed to be that prime minister we needed with the courage of his conviction. And he was really passionate about this policy. He called it one of his flagship policies. And it was, we need radical, robust ideas to help reform the NHS instead of constantly throwing taxpayers' money at it with no efficiency improved. And, you know, these aren't cancelled appointments. These are repeated no-show offenders. So Rishi's policy was very meek. It was a £10 fine, not if you miss it with a no-show for the first time, but if it was a repeat offence, and also if it was no notice given whatsoever. £216 million worth of taxpayers' money is wasted on no-shows. 1 in 20 appointments are a no-show. That's with no notice, people just not turning up. And what it does is it deprives ill people who really need to see someone of time.
It's hard enough to get an appointment in the first place.
It's over 2 million hours that are wasted, and we needed a deterrence. Now, there are the arguments, of course, that, oh, well, it would cost more in admin to try and chase these fines. And
well, which are very valid points, but even if you'd looked at the detail and said, this isn't going to work for whatever reason, wouldn't he just... I mean, there was no requirement for him to address it at this early stage.
Well, it was really surprising because, as I think you mentioned before in the show, his communication isn't that much better than Liz Truss's.
No.
I don't see a huge improvement on him selling his own ideas. And this, it seems weak, defeated. It's very much, oh, I asked the BMA and they said, you know, computer says no, so I backed off. This isn't what we want. He's got to go up against the EU.
Well, it's a U-turn.
It's a massive, and it is a betrayal of his word of honour. No, this man's father was a doctor. He believed in this policy. It wasn't so much even about clawing back money. We have to have a deterrence.
It's about saving money.
It's about saving money. The NHS is free at point of use. It is not free to abuse. And
so who's got at him? What's the reason?
I think this whole "it's not the right time" excuse is being used quite a bit by Rishi at the moment. And the BMA probably said, you know, well, we'll put up a fight and we'll tell everyone how much it costs, and you know, you'll be made to look a fool. I cannot see a robust argument against it because the BMA are always arguing that the doctors are overworked and don't have enough time, and yet won't do anything about these 1 in 20 no-shows. People need to have a little bit more respect for something that's free and not see it as plentiful and something you can waste.